Take number 2. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. It's your Blue Archive Gacha whale, beginner artist, self-proclaimed, and your boy, Tosanyu. For today I will be drawing Koseki Bijou from Hololive Inc. It will be like a roughly 2-hour stream. I had to restart it one time, yes. Like today, but especially like with the events of like the past day as well. I must like say I created the stream schedule. I knew like what I was going for, but at the same time when I like created though, I felt like a debuff was caused on me. Sometimes it's like extremely slow internet, and I had like to wait for things to like progress, and sometimes it's like pebbles in the like it's a minor issue. Can be like annoying long take. One didn't work. Someone sneezed on set. Again, the line, like things that are like not in you. I got like sick like 2 days ago. Feel like a little bit better, but still there are like some traces left from. So it affected like my nose, my throat. I got like hefty headaches. And I still had to go to work. I mean, would be like really practical to just be like, oh, doctor, I need off. Can you write something for me? But I wouldn't like regard, you know. No, like those agents over there, they are wearing like face masks. It's like the same thing. And not necessarily because they're like, you know, getting sick, but just like when they themselves are sick, that they to other people. But it was like kind of a pain. Like while weekend, to still do your minimum amount of work. It's like minimum. And it's like not only like the secret itself, sometimes like a mistake is going on, cannot evidence when you self fix it while you being weakened. And I felt like really slowed down. I can't have pace. Things can't go like my speed. I do get like frustrated. Extremely slow internet can be the same case. I think like this is something you can like restarting PC always helps, but if I was like, you know, I was like in the middle of the stream, then I had like cancel the stream, reopen a new. Like possible. World is like still turning. For the reason I'm trying Bijou, I think like next week it's her birthday. Guess I'm going to do like pretty simple, but it's so good on. Gonna see like how the final looks like. Layering as well. But maybe I can like do. I was like thinking, you know, when I see like the chibis, kinda want like to pinch their cheeks somehow at them. Like one of the hardest things to do, that you like something interactive. She has like really long hair, so let's see what I can do. Bijou. And I slept like very long. Needed like a lot of sleep. I was like fine with like, okay, 7 hours sleep, 6 hours. I felt like really healthy like the beginning of like stay. Somewhere like after the morning, felt like something coming. It's like, okay, maybe I've caught a cold, it's fine. And was not like that it's like a small issue. I was like running constantly. Something would come up, start like, and that was like where I was thinking, okay, no. Anything that I like insert my voice too much, like singing. I do like karaoke and singing. Like just took the option away from. But I bet like our talents in. Some of them have like a bigger issue with like I guess like I can understand. The art style reminded me of Black Souls. Does it? Anyways, hello Aches, welcome to the art stream. Drawing Koseki Bijou. Not sure why Black Souls. Why does it remind you of? Like a little bit of a glimpse in Black Souls. But I didn't finish it, to be honest. There was like not much motivation. Start like games of sketchy art style. RPG. Explains it. Not much of a fan of light. Sometimes I see the need of. It's like for sprites, it's like professional art or something professional. Like Souls is a game. It was like pretty much what I expect. It's like needs some representation. And yeah, I kind of dip. Sometimes can look like really sketchy artwork, sometimes depends like on the skill level. For me it was like obviously okay. Like the bare minimum. It's like so I didn't think the art in Black Souls was amazing, but it did like the bare minimum. It's like okay. I think like regarding videos, 10 more streams there sometimes. From Face Connect. Didn't watch that streams really, sometimes I'd like see the thumbnail or like a little bit. It was kind of a surprise. Oh, hello, Bijou. Yeah, it's Bijou. So hello and streamer. My first time drawing her, so I'm kinda like trying to find my way. Some dirty lines. Catching my way. Trying to build up a warm silhouette. Like looks something similar to like Bijou. Yeah, to her. It's those. I'm trying to do Bijou intro. Kinda hard to make a sentence of it. Is it her? I think it was then something like Kira Kira Koseki, something like that. And then out of my head, like out of memory, it's like, I guess like something with like, I'm from Holo Advent, Koseki Bijou, something like Holo Advent. I don't know. But the Kira Kira Koseki, I think like this, like the one I think like many people will get right. Pretty much a brain rot. It's like really. But I think like it's kind of like the norm nowadays that the little ones are like the most chaotic ones. But now she says hello. Okay. So I guess like I haven't watched for her recent streams. Okay, that's interesting. And she's Hololive English. So maybe she wanted to adjust. Yeah, it's really nice here. But easy. I mostly watch Satan Oli, Gerard and Octavia, those who live around my time. I see. Ame. Or like Ame. Balance. Bobo. Like so many. And like what? Tune to that where you have maybe like one main, then you watch the rest for like you have like spare time. It's like schedule. At least like that's my approach. I'm trying my best to watch Doobie, but she seems like at awful hours on me. Like time zones, you know. I'm kind of grateful with Hololive Justice. Friendly. Like, regarding my hours, it's like not always optimal. Ina doesn't stream as much anymore, so at least like not regular. I loved like her in Academy. We're like one of the... Well, look at that, my voice. But that's something my... I'm not quite healthy. I got like sick since 2 days. I'm feeling a lot much better now. I think I have like almost no headache anymore. My nose is not running, but there's still something. I don't cough, but I got like something in my throat, so I sometimes have to no. But yeah, it's like going better. I kinda wanted to do like something more where you exert your voice, like this week. I guess like I can't wait to see Bijou use your art for thumbnail, just like Zeta. That would be cool, it would be cool. That's like one of the things Joya would like to have. Even if it's just like for what's called schedule art, it's like also nice. Think like regarding schedule art. I get like fan art, I would like you. I feel like everything. Comes to thumbnail, I need to like think. Set in. But you know, like those artworks that are like good for thumbnail art. Or like are good for emoji. They may also good for thumbnail art. Like really expressive, you know. Else you have to like to it's more of an illustration than something expressive. See like people craft, they watercolors, acrylic, you know, painting, but those are obviously not always fitting for like a thumbnail. You have to like simplify, like sacrifice on quality, but can express so much more. And kind of my approach. Try it like to be better. But obviously, as long as you have fun with like doing this, it's like good. Force yourself to be like high quality. It doesn't pay out when it's like see that like nowadays with like some artists in there like many support can and comment, that's like the minimum, you know, to do like super chats or like gifted membership. Can like do art as well if you have like something in the creative like that can be me. And I like enough people what them. I got like much Ginta my friends, they easily try. Hey, from what anime is? We recommend it. Watched it myself and it's like cool. You know, I found a hidden gem. And I kinda like bring people and something. more. You can also use that art for like thumbnails. It saves them work and time, else they have to come up with something. But there are like some talents who don't really use that much art. Ah, the mic is cutting off. Okay, am I like too close or too far? Maybe too close. I have like something with the mic settings, you know. Okay, this works, yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Maybe I was too close. So, what I was like thinking, I have to repeat it. So they're like artists who can draw like really well. You know, like with watercolor and acrylic, so that it looks like illustration. Those are not always fit for thumbnails though. Maybe like for reposts, like retweet. You know. So it doesn't end up on like being a thumbnail or something. And this can like frustrate those artists at a very high skill level. Of course, you know, you don't have to spend money on them to support them, so like super chats, memberships, not really. You can do the bare minimum of like, is there free to play, that you leave a like, comment, you know, support them. But if you really want to like go a step upward as like a free to play, can like draw fan art or like do something with music or like animations if it's like whatever like there is in your skill set, you know, in creative stuff. But as long as you have fun with that, you know, if you have fun with that, then you won't burn out. Like, I'm like the guy who draws like chibis, you know. I could like draw like in my kind of anime art style, you know, but those so far they haven't been used in any kind of way, you know. It's like schedule, it's like thumbnail or whatever. So I kind of felt like, okay, for what did I do this, you know? But it was just for supporting, but sometimes it's like I wanted them to use it as a thumbnail, you know. But nowadays I don't really care. But you know, if people like spend too much work, time on something, they do expect something in return. If this doesn't get like the, you know, effort and return doesn't like align, then yeah, it's like something's missing. Like you pay like, let's say 450 bucks for like Nintendo Switch 2, but you don't feel like you got something worth on return. It's like kind of the current topics. Or like the game key cartridges. You don't really own the game. Like that's not fully physical, but also not fully digital, you know. Can't like go in between, like either the one way or another. Like kind of like I heard like from other people, not my own opinion. Don't really care about Nintendo Switch 2, but I'm gonna be in the sidelines and like watch it. Okay. Yeah, I think like it needs good distance. If it's like too close, it can cut off. Okay. Sometimes like a hit or miss. There's like her wings. To be honest, I was like thinking that Holo Advent, they were pretty cool at the beginning, you know. They had like a really cool trailer and like a cool concept. But actually when you like witness them like with the debuts and like getting the whole aura, like, you know, like how they actually are, they're comedians kind of. But not only comedians, but they feel like it's like a weird bunch. Like Moko, they're like so wholesome, you know. They're trolls actually, they're like some kind of trolls. Like not Seiso and everything. But when you watch their streams you have like kind of like the Seiso image, you know. Yeah, the twins were unexpected. With Bijou, she was like... She's like small, she's cute and such, but she was a bundle of chaos. Nerissa's down bad. She was like looking cool and like the dignified kind of lady, but she is so down bad and it's like, okay. And she likes singing, and she can sing. Like her singing drives the world to madness or something like in her lore that says that. Elizabeth, she's also like good at singing, does like kind of a DOVA effect. Bijou, she wants to be cool. I guess so. But she's like so small, you can't really take it seriously. Yeah, she's cute and hilarious. With Shiori? She's like more or less the leader according like to the notes, you know. She's like the archiver, she has like the most amount of knowledge and everything. And she organized like the prison break according to lore. And seemed like, and if you look at her, she looked like a lot of people were like thinking she's a Manhara, you know. Like just like design wise, and they did like a lot of edits, you know, it's kind of sense, but she was like not not what people were expecting as well. Like when you start to look into her streams, I think like the version we got, you know, related relations might be like the best one. She's like, I wouldn't like say she's normal. But she's silly to extent too. It's like some weird stories. I think there was like something with bugs or can't quite remember. But kind of, yeah. She has like some weird childhood stories. And this kind of formed like the way she became today. And also she's based. I like she's collabing with Holo Stars every now and then. Tags with them actively like as well on let's say like live chat, comments, or like via Twitter, you know. It's kind of like cool. Like every like Elizabeth is also like in this kind of sense, you know, like whenever there's like someone for her life interacting with the boys, with the bros, you know, that's like cool. Moko are like more distance there. I mean, for good, they have like their reason, like understandable. But I was like thinking Shiori, okay, she's cool. Hi, humble guy. Bibu looking cute. I know, right? I mean, because she is cute. She's the one. In any case, welcome, Kazu, the art stream. But yeah, looking at the debuts, like looking at the character design and then it doesn't really fulfill the expectation, you know? We didn't really expect that, but we liked what the end result anyway. I kind of like wonder how like the recruiting process actually like plays out, like looking at the girls, you know. Like, do they? Of course, they're looking for the right soul for the model, you know. They're looking for the right person. But you know, looking at the character design, I was like thinking, okay, they should be like this, but instead they're like this, you know. So this is like okay, you know. I thought like Fuamoko should be like more badass, but they're like more cute, you know. But yeah, it's like this kind of thing. Oh yeah. Also like Nerissa's, I think she is based, to be honest, as well. Like there was like a collab between Kiara and Nerissa, you know? And Kiara and Nerissa have like the one commonality that they're both like down bad, you know? But Kiara's like the one kind of girl that's like more into Yuri, rather than like she doesn't want to have anything to do like media wise. She doesn't want to see much with like the boys. It was like, I mean, like everyone who watches there, like KFP, well, they know that, and it's like okay, respect that. But so she was like not much into shonen, you know. And then there was like Nerissa was like rambling about Naruto, you know, like about characters and everything, and Kiara doesn't really, was like okay, you know, okay, I understand, you know. She doesn't sound like that she was like interested in the topic, but Nerissa doubled down, keep rambling, be like, I recommend you to watch that, you know, you have to watch it, and you know, and I was like, well, she's based, like forces onto her throat. You are like missing peak, girl. And yeah. Like with Akatsuki, Deidara, and with like the antagonists, for example, and then like the kind of Rock Lee is like such a cute dude, you know, and he looks like a little bit weird, like funny, but he's such a good dude. He's like working his ass off, and you know, and it's like one of the examples that like hard work can like surpass like geniuses, like talent and everything. It was like kind of like nice to hear, you know, rambling about that. Like in general, I love it when like people ramble about stuff they really love. And since I like was one of the people who read like Naruto, it was like, let's go, Nerissa, go for it. And yeah, I don't like know about the status, you know, like if Kiara actually got to like consume Naruto, but I will see. Yeah, she is like based. I think maybe I do need line art for this one. He's so dirty with everything. Hello, Risak. Welcome to the art stream. I'm trying Koseki Bijou. Welcome. It's still like sketching part. I probably have to go and make line art. I don't really like doing it. Slows me down, but I think like I have to, like what I'm going for. so since she has long hair and there are like hands around there, I guess I have to like do something there. She's also really good on these nuts jokes. Yeah, you can see that. Like Bijou, Bijou, she's really good at avoiding that, but she can get caught. Oh Bijou, you're really doing good at like Elden Ring, but be aware of the dragon. Ah, dragon, these nuts. There was like a whole clip with that. I watched that. Where she was like really slippery and hard to catch. She just like dodges everything. But then some points she got like these nuts. She got like a full hit, critical hit. I saw the completion. She's so good at dodging. Yeah. Like another talent that reminds me, you know, like dodging was like Ike Eveland. He was also pretty good at like dodging those kind of jokes. And the only time he got like caught was like via super chat, where it had like the first letters of the beginning of each sentence, you know, that formed like a these nuts. And then he were like, oh, we got him, you know, and he was like, hey, why did I got caught? And then read all the first letters of this super chat, and then he realized got like caught. Yeah, the blue boy. Yeah, Lola was there. Okay. Yeah, those kind of moments are like best experience like in person, like. I didn't expect he would fall for it, lol. I mean, it was really like sneaky how it has been done. Really sneaky. Like it was not like a build up, you know, like sentence wise, and then that you would like read it out loud, you know. But it was just like well hidden, like in this kind of string of sentences. I think I would have fallen for it too, but now that I know the trick, you know, I guess I can avoid that too. Like a lot of people can avoid it if they not like know what to expect. Okay, more lines on the other side. To be honest, I don't need that many lines for it. Are you also good at dodging these nuts jokes? I don't know. Nobody really tried with me. Chat was like always well behaved, you know. Just vibed with the stream. It's like I can respect that. But it's just like funny to like watch those kind of compilations and like see how this works out. Of course, they're like it like depends on the person you're like watching, if it's like worth it to go for those kind of jokes or not. Like with Fuamoko, for example, I don't really want to these nuts jokes them, you know? Like this is like one thing. With like Bijou, that's like more understandable. She's like a brat, you know? She's a gamer girl. She's like really cultured like regarding like the memes, you know? So we can like give it a try. She's the expert. If we can get her down, then it's like a big win, you know? But with like Fuamoko, it's like, you know, getting this W is like not worth it. You know what I mean? Of course you can try it on me, but is it worth it, you know? I don't really know what the kind of image was with Ike, you know? And like how he was so slippery, but maybe it was like the kind of same sentiment, you know? Because might have been cultured in the meme culture that people like wanted to give that a shot. Yeah, you should just throw those jokes to people who can appreciate. Some might think it's inappropriate. Yeah. Like most people who do like those jokes have like some decency and like when it's the right when it's like appropriate, when not. Let's see what I was like thinking it would take 2 hours. Like spending 45 minutes. Sketch. Regarding the rendering, I will keep it simple, but let's see. Just such long hair. I can like imagine that it was like really difficult for her to like do the prison break. Like when she's like walking, she has like those crystal shoes and they do like clink clink clink, and then this really long hair. Like if she's like not cautious enough, she can like trip and fall. I don't really know like how hard she is, you know? Like regarding like her crystals, you know? Like is it like diamond that's like unbreakable, you know? Like when you let a diamond drop, it doesn't like shatter. But with crystals, I don't know. It can crack or something. Never researched that really. It's adorable. It's so adorable, like with those kind of weaknesses. I like to have 3D as well. There was like this Dark Souls reference in there, and when she had like Kaela as well in here. Oh. Okay, that's something wrong. 3D humble guy? I don't know. I probably can do something with VR. If I ever get like something like that. I think it shouldn't be like hard to like do 3D with me. Like, this is like my body here. If it's like something in the same amount of like, or like Holo stars, it should be harder, but if it's like something with like Hololive and then that like their VR models with like wall feast designs, you know, then it's like more easy to do. Cute small potatoes, yeah. I think like what will be interesting is when I actually get to the VR, it's like the room designer. Like depending on like how the room is decorated, you can like see the personality, the kind of twists here and there, like what they own, if there's like any shot frames of like people, you know. Can you show me again so I can screenshot? I mean, yeah, you can. Here you go. Take a nice picture here, okay? It's like nothing big, nothing big. But that's my trip. Okay, I think that's enough. I go back. Yeah. Like flying is like not something easy to do. No, you're welcome. Let's go. It's not a hard design, to be honest. It's like really easy to draw. I don't think it looks like ugly either. Like there's something with like the color theory as well, and but I still am like not expert in that. Oh, you're gonna do line art today? Yeah, I have to. It seems like I don't really like to do line arts, but depending on what I draw, I do see the need for it. Else, I myself am not happy with it. Like important for me is that I'm happy with what I draw. Even if I don't like line art. If I'm more happy with like art having line art, then I do it. Like in some cases I have to apply it. Like when I see like, okay, the sketch is good enough for that. But here I don't feel like the sketch is good. That's not gonna be like Black Souls up. It's like someone mentioned, it's like more sketchy kind of style. Maybe like this the sketchy lines remind them of. But even though my line art, you know, it's like the same pen. It's just like I draw it with the same pen, but like in cleaner. Or the dirty lines. Like my GTubers also like drawing with line art, for example. I notice you don't color your line art or sketch, right? I don't really do like doing colors and line art. I do know how, though I did see tutorials on like how they make, you know, that's like more seamlessly. And you can actually like save yourself time on doing extra line art. I saw that kind of thing. But I didn't actually get to make it work. Didn't like took the steps on like trying it out, to be honest. If I don't know how this, let's say if I don't know the muscle memory, let's say that, I didn't try it out myself and got familiar with it, I'm like not confident using it. Hope this kind of makes sense. Like, even if you know those kind of things are out there, if you haven't tried it yourself, getting more confident with it, you feel like unsure about using it. Like, you see people how they drive a car, for example. Like okay, you have to put in your seatbelt and everything. You need to like go to the gas station to like you know, get the tank full and everything. When you drive your car, you need to like reach certain speeds, let's say like in the city or like outside of the city, you know. But you don't actually know how to, you know, you don't have the muscle memory, you don't have the practical experience, and then it's like, yeah, I'm unsure about doing that. I mean that makes sense. And this kind of what I want to say is like, because I haven't really done the necessary steps, I'm like unsure about doing that. So I'm like still doing old school. Like if I feel like the line weight is good enough, then okay, I can color now. Yeah, it depends. If I have time, I will try it out. Like, let's say I do like some practice, you know. Sometimes I upload my practices, studies, on like social media, you know. I did it rarely like nowadays, but 2-3 years ago I did like something like that. Let's say I've only like 3 colors, and then try to illustrate something with that. This was like not bad. I didn't try it more, to be honest. Sometimes they have like those grey artists, they call it. Art block, also like another term. But it's not like I'm grinding every single day. If you do like those art challenges where you draw like every day, it's like a fast way to burn yourself out. A lot of artists do not like art block, yeah. Have the skills, you know how to draw, but just like you are not satisfied with what you draw, dump it, you know, or you don't have like any idea, you know, what to do. Like you don't have idea. Draw like some lines and like, I don't like. you draw your favorite character, then I don't know, it doesn't feel the same way. But there are like different camps in like drawing your favorite character. Like different people, different mindsets. I like people who are like confident in like drawing their favorite character. I like those accounts or like artists that have like this kind of art hub. And I like those people who like retweet everything that has like, let's say this one anime character, you know, kind of counts. But there are also artists who only draw this one character. They don't seem to burn out, or they like draw what they love. Like one of the recommendations I like see always are like recommendations, but I saw like a YouTube video and then they were like, okay, underrated artists or something like that. There was like always someone who'd like art character every single time, and then yeah, I think I don't know the name anymore, but this was this white-haired character. Has like a red kind of, I don't know how it's called, but he's like the boxer kind of character. Like those character mates, they do like follow like some of those. And instead of like saying account, I follow some of those artists. Yeah, sounds better. For me, I have like a goal, you know? Like I want to draw every Holo Pro character. Even those that are like terminated or like crap. If I'm like done with that, then I feel like happy, you know? But as long as you have like something of a comfort character, like you said, or if I have like a certain goal, then yeah, I'm gonna do that. Even if it's like something really, let's say like easy. You know those kind of art trends? Give me 6 characters and I draw them my style, or something like that. That they have like, what's this called? Like, you know, they have like this thing. They're like on 6 fields, you know, and then they're like spaces for like draw 6 characters, you know, kind of thing. So it's like here, this kind of title, something like that. Like I could also draw it in this kind of way and make it like faster and easier for me. But I see like how expressive this art style is, that you can actually use it for thumbnails or whatever, so yeah, whatever. Ah, the collab thingy? Yeah, don't know if you call it collab thingy, you know? But something like that, you know? I saw like people also use it for like video games like Arknights, and then they draw like, okay, my favorite medic, my favorite vanguard, my favorite guard, you know, and then they draw like for each field like their favorite example. Also like cool. But there are so many kind of trends or like subcategories for like artists to like go all out. Like if they have some kind of direction, you know, instead of like pulling the worm directly out of their nose. Yeah, it's like kind of nice if you have like some kind of orientation. Template character, yeah, can also be template. I mean, it is a template, right? It's like a pre-made thing people can like copy and paste it and then like just draw their own characters on that own things on it. Sometimes I wonder how can speaking, you know. Feel like speaking a native language, but actually I'm not really. Give me a moment. I'm back. She looks so squishy? Yeah, she is. I mean, even like in the original art, she's like pretty squishy. Like, she's so small. She's like the smallest one of all of them. 139 centimeters. Really small. She's the smallest one. Like my old man came and was like reporting like problem with Spike. Something I was not really familiar with, but I think like if I do my research, I see like I'm like know me as like some kind of beginner artist, but I do have like a little bit of know-how on like how to fix bikes. When there is like hole like in the tire or whatever, it's like easy to fix. Sometimes I can like swap it out. But let's say I'm no professional. But I do like bikes. Travel with those. They're kind of the MVP in my dating, I must like say. I'm like not like it does help with the word. It does help with your health as when you use those. I think like if you're ever in a apocalypse example, those can be like kind of nice. They can be silent, you can be fast with that, you know. I think if they ever like bring something like that in Project Zomboids, that would be too broken. I think they will never like put something in like that. A car has like more of a balance there. I mean, you can be fast with that, but it's loud and can attract like some of the undeads, right? There's not much of a disadvantage on like using bikes in Project Zomboid. Like there's some mods for that. But every single time I like play Project Zomboid, I play like vanilla mode, to be honest. I play it like how the developers intended their gamers to play it. It's good if you can modify it to make it silent. Yeah, that can be cool, like whatever's like comfortable for you gamers. You know, everyone has like their own way to have fun with it. I already am like fine with like the vanilla, you know, like how the developers intended. And it's like good enough for me. I did try like a few times out like with the mods, you know, like say you have like this kind of job. Let's say you you're like a factory worker, a metal worker, and if you spawn, it's either like in your house or you're actually like at your workplace, right? Something like that. For some things like firefighter, yeah, you actually spawn your house as well. Like for most vanilla kind of things, you spawn like somewhere in your house, or like if you're like a park kind of guardian, when you're like yeah, somewhere at their work, like in a forest, you know. Yeah, I always honk whenever I play with my friends. It's fun being chased. Yeah, it does. You can control it more or less when there's like action or not. I play like pretty stealthily, like in every kind of game like that. Let's say like in Elder Scrolls games as well, like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. I like to play like a stealth kind of. Like if I can defeat some obstacles without putting too much attraction, or if I can get to my goal without, you know, causing a mass attention to me, then I'd rather do it this way, if it's like slow. And to make it myself harder, Project Zomboid, I do it like, I have like a build for that. Like, okay, sneaky maybe, but I actually make myself harder. Like, I'm like hard of hearing, I have like 0 strength, 0 speed, it's like no fitness, no strength, you know. I'm playing like some kind of underdog kind of build. Like in the beginning you're like really weak, but you have like potential like growing, something like that. A fast reader, for example, that you are like pretty resistant to like sicknesses, you know, something like that. Like you're like some kind of character that can get one-shotted by a zombie. But if you play like carefully and everything, then this can be like actually really beneficial, you know. Like if you get like bitten already, then it's like, okay, game over, right? Doesn't matter how strong or like fit you are in kind of sense. But it does help you with escaping, it does help you with like fighting everything, but combat got like nerfed, right? So you don't want to fight as often. Like in survival mode, this is like really cool, you can like multi and everything. I play always like Apocalypse, like highest difficulty. To be honest, I never got like to Louisville at any point. I played it carefully. I were like able to survive like 2-3 months. I like died. I actually played like seriously. I don't know how. Assassin's Creed. Honestly, I never played those kind of games. I do like recognize like back in the days, this were like one of the best games out. I saw like a lot of cosplays like during conventions. You know, they have like some kind of cradle, you know, that you move like in the shadows or something like that. Pay too much attention, you know, like this kind of rule you follow. And then you can like kind of, not kind of, but then that's like the only way to like get to a mission clear. Or like, it's not as like open as like Hitman, you know, where you can either go like stealthily, only take out the main target, or you go like, okay, a genocide, you know, like delete anyone in your way. But Assassin's Creed is just like take the main target down and be like, you know, still like move like in the shadows, something like that. It was good, I think. It's a game on your niche, or like games you might too. Yeah, maybe. But to be honest, I like the like scrolls that you can use your janks, you know. Game is so janky, but I love it. You don't, it's like not intended to play it like that way, but this is like the beauty in like those games that are like can play offline. Like live service games, if they find like a bug, they delete it. You know? But if it's like in those games you can play offline, there are bugs they can't do anything about it, you know? You can either play it like how it's intended to be played, or, you know, you abuse the bugs and have your own fun with that. There are many ways to like enjoy the game. And with Elder Scrolls, like Oblivion, you know, like how janky everything is, I loved. Like in Morrowind it was like broken where you can do levitation, you can like fly, and then enemies can't reach you from below. Like if you, let's say like attack someone when the city guard's coming, then stop right there, you violated the law, something like that. And then you refuse to like pay the fee or whatever, and then they gonna chase you, right? And then you do like levitation, and then they can reach you because they can't like cast magic, they have just like the melee weapons, and then you can like just fire arrows from above or like do some spells and like Oblivion, it's like have like jump 100, you can like just jump on like a building and then shoot from above, and it's like GG. Skyrim is more difficult, but you still can jank. Lol, just be Harry Potter. Yeah. Obviously you get like punished. They're like when you do evil things, you should actually get the consequences, but what if you don't get to feel consequences, you know? What if you just like outsmart the game, just like abuse what the game mechanics, what the game is like offering a mechanic options, you know? And it's like, I outsmarted you and beat. While it's like kind of fun, you know, and like effing around and finding out, at some point it gets boring if actually no challenge in it. It's like more interesting to follow the main story side quest. Like I pretty much completed like a lot of things in like Oblivion. And like, okay, was fun. Low beat the game itself. Yeah, like like beating it the normal way is like hard, but if they're like janks, if they're like bugs and everything, then yeah, you can beat the game itself like that. I don't know how old was I when, around than like age. Kind of like a decade ago, I would like say. I like did all of that and I sometimes like see that some Hololive play those Elder Scrolls games, you know, their own way, for example. But yeah, and they don't follow the main story, just like play it like how they want. It's like the beauty like open world. If it's like a live service like Genshin, or like Hoyoverse games in general, then it's like, yeah, you don't have as much freedom. There are like some cool things on like designs, you know, and like art rewards to like exploring, but like the actual story, it's like, eh. Don't really know like if the story in Oblivion or like Elder Scrolls game was like really good. I didn't really pay too much attention. It's just like, yeah, I just like have my fun the own way. Project Zomba doesn't really have a story as well, but there's like lore, you know. And beating Project Zomba is like actually hard as well. It takes a lot of time. I always love finding loophole whenever I play. Yeah. I love game with good art and story. Chef kiss for me. Yeah, same. A lot of gamers love when a game is like grounded and like focuses like strength. Like indie games are like pretty good at that. Like most indie games. Or is it most indie games? Like, but mostly what I find in indie games is like something like that. That are like longer production. They have like some gimmick, for example, and then they focus on that. If they actually care about the characters and the story, then yeah, it's like cool. Like Omori was like really heavy. Especially with a good world building. Yeah. It's like not necessary, like the world building is not necessary always, but if you can, you know, the world is like well built, that you can imagine on like, okay, what if the main characters are like not there? Does the world still work without them, you know? Is there a good system? Like nice. Like if there's magic, how does it affect the world, you know? When does magic got like involved in the whole? Like let's say if there's like magic and you can heal, can teleport there. And you don't need, then it doesn't make sense for the world to have cars, it doesn't make sense for them to have like doctors and everything, or have like airplanes, something like that, right? Oh, by the way, the manhwa or like webtoon recommendation, like the triple S rank Suicidal Hero, I started reading that, and it's kind of interesting to be honest. I remember I watched like a video from Gigak regarding that, and was like kind of the title that like isekai, I don't know really, but like that the regression are like topping the isekai kind of stories and like regression kind of story. And it's like really interesting. You like it? Yeah, it's interesting. Like there's the main character that his ability only triggers if he like dies. And it's like kind of a bad ability, you know, like at first glance. And then he gets like murdered by like the top ranker or something like that. They have like something like hunters there, like so leveling, or like a lot of like those kind of S rank kind of like stories, you know. And then he was like able to like kind of like copy ability from him, where he can like travel back in time, like can have like a restart, you know. And then actually with this combination, he actually like has like some like upper hand in this kind of setting. And this was like kind of interesting, like how he abuses that, you know, like to travel back in time like 11 years ago or something like that. And there's like a lot of characters in there, and what I like, you know, like after every restart, like after this kind of arc, that it affects like the other characters, like not affecting it, but let's say when you do like different decision, you know, that the consistency, you know, like how the characters behave, they don't have many memories from there, and they behave like in a way where they don't know you anymore, you know. I like not really find it. I think like it's like the arc where they're like on the 11th floor, but it's interesting. I like it. That's my creation. On the half of the story, there's a lot of fairy story. Yeah, I see like a lot of potential there. In the beginning, I was like kind of like okay, you know, and since I webtoon, you know, I'm kind of in a brain rot mode, you know, where like read it and I don't really like sink into me. But if I, you know, step up, take a step back and I like think about it, it's actually like like you die a lot of times. It does affect you. When they're like those, you know, if you rank up, there are like consequences for you dying, like penalty, you know. This is like interesting, those penalties, how it affects you. So far it has been like consistent. I hope it like stays like that. Like ReZero, yeah. I like the main character. But sometimes I think like, oh, maybe you're like too flawless, you know? But I'm gonna see, you know? It's just like kind of like near the beginning of it. So far I like it. I'm like forward for tomorrow. When I watched like the video from Gigak, you know, where he like recommended the, like, those regression stories, I was like thinking, cool. Got me like a good explanation and everything, you know, like omniscient there's fear point as well. But when I was like moving on with my day, I didn't like pay too much attention to it anymore. Until like you guys gave me like no recommendation. I was like, okay, maybe I give that a try, and then yeah, I didn't regret it. It's actually nice. Yeah, sometimes I do watch those videos, but I don't like think much about it anymore. Just like I leave a like and then like call it a day. But then like some things, yeah, let's say if I'm like caught up to a lot of chapters in like the manhwa you recommended me, or like webtoon, it's like webtoon style, probably like check out try and read as Sphere. Kinda have to at this point, like see like actually how good Korean media in this kind of term. So far I read like a lot of flops, I like say. They have like interesting concepts, but they didn't like make something, they like, it's like way too slow. Or not too slow, but they lose like sight, like what made it special. Also the art is also good, right? Yeah, it's good, it's good. I must like say the menu UI, the menu UI for every kind of thing, they look like all the same. Those menu designs suck kind of. But the art is like fantastic. You know, like when a fantasy setting gets gamified, they have all those menus. Like in Rising of the Shield Hero, Darwin's game, what else? Solo Leveling. They all have the same UI. It's just like, you know, it sucks, you know. But yeah, if you're like artist, you don't want like to put too much effort into that. The story is more important. I mean, because we are gamers, you know, we sometimes like pay attention like how the design of like things are. While the characters look nice, the fighting scenes, the abilities, you know, they like unleash. You are, you know. I read a lot of that, yeah. To be honest, I know like some of those things are bad, but I keep coming back to it, you know? There's like something to it that is like grabbing my attention. Shield Hero, I didn't watch like after first season to be honest. I was like thinking the stories was like fine like that. Actually, did I watch second season? I don't know. I did watch second season, I didn't like it. First season was cool. The solo leveling... The second season was good too. I think like it did a lot of things better. But I think like what people like pay attention to is like how cool the action scenes are. I think like this is like what carried it. It didn't have to be like something like Mappa, you know, or like Studio Bones, but it was just like A1 Pictures, but they make like the action scenes like so cool. But you know, like my actual favorite like in the seasons like Orb, or the movement of Earth, yeah. You don't like cute girls? Watch Orb. You don't like shonen kind of slop? Watch Orb, you know. If you like want something that's like not like any other anime, watch Orb. Orb is like pretty good, but with like, you know, like solo leveling out there, second season, I'm like, yeah, I think like it's gonna be hard for us to be like on any ranking. But it was like really interesting and like the kind of setting, the messages in there, and the thematic, like what it like discussed there. A lot of people say like it's anime of the year or like anime of the decade. It's like something you did not get like in a very long time. Something of this quality, something of some story like of this quality. To be honest, I can agree. I love reading it, but it's not my top one. Yeah. I don't know like how much it like differs, but I've heard like that, for example, like the parts of like torturing, you know, like it has like some rough things in there. I like heavier depicted in the source material, and they showcase like certain characters like a little bit more there. anime didn't like do it as much, but didn't like sort as like important. There's a lot of gem out there. Yeah, that's true. It's true. The one way I'm like bumping into those is like, okay, I'm like shopping right now, see like anime figurines and be like, oh, character's cute, from which anime are they? No? Obviously I haven't watched the anime, and then I'm like, oh, that's all from this anime. Let me watch this anime. And maybe I find a flop or like it. But some of those anime are like, they were pretty controversial. I don't really mind. That just means I have to be like careful if I want to talk about it. Like, I like the voice from Mafu, I was like say. Like, this is a 30 years old guy, like in his 30s. But he has like the, I don't know, like how he does that. But when I listen to the songs, I feel like this is a female voice. A female who's singing. But actually it's a dude, you know? And then there's the song I Wanna Be a Girl. You know? And then, is this not controversial? Japan, it's not really. It's a good song. Pretty cute. I mean, as long as it's good, then it's good. That's all I care about. But you know, every time I like listen to like Mafu, I kinda like, maybe I need to like do like a training arc with my voice as well. But I also heard like from Hololive members, you know, they have like a lot of voice problems, throat problems, you know. And yeah. Speaking of good song, I love your cover of Darling. Hey, thank you. I pretty much like the flow of the song. So I wanted to cover that. I wanted to sing that. To be honest, I didn't really know the name of the song when I like first heard the melodies. That. I think like Joey, the anime man, he sometimes like mumbles a song, and it's like nothing like in the terms of like how I sing it, you know, it's like really high pitched and be like, darling, it's got me to me the something like that, and it's like pretty like high pitched, you know. And it's just like this part, you know, I like hear most of the times, and then it's like, this song is so good. What's this name, you know? And I heard like Axel Sirius singing it, but he never like puts the title like you know, like a set list. They never do that. Like, Axel Sirius, you know? And he did like a really high voice as well. Where he goes like, oh, Takena. Like so high. It's my favorite part too, yeah. It's just doing something on my ears. Yeah, I know. Like, I know, right? But man, those high tones can actually like do something to your voice. You need like a lot of training to like keep it up, to be honest. I didn't sing it like that, I think. Have you heard Tipsy? I haven't like heard Tipsy. Maybe Let me do that first. I forgot like something to do in Blue Archive. Tipsy is a song, I suppose. I was like thinking of like other covers I like could do, but it takes time to do it. Like I have to like to record, then I probably do the art, you know. Sometimes there are like some pre-made MV material, you know, like Rimsky does like something like that. That I can they have like some pre-made MV stuff there made by like Adobe Flash Premiere or something like that. And then you just have like to fit in your PNG, you know, like your art, and then you're like done. There's like one certain song I like could do from there that could like show like the ranges of my voice pretty well. I sometimes like think on like doing some kind of an original MV, but to be honest, I'm not really advanced in like the art of like, how do you call it? The art of video editing, yeah. What do you call it? After hearing your Darling cover, I was like, this voice fits on Tipsy. If it fits, then maybe I should give that a try. Okay, how does it sound like? I'm gonna check on my smartphone. It's gonna be... Let's see. Okay, there's two choices. There's like the bar song Tipsy. And when I scroll like down below, there's like one with Japanese. And what's the kanji for that? The kana are like nuka. Oh, I heard the song. Tipsy Wanuka. Oh yeah. Wanuka, okay. I heard the song a few times. Letting like play in the background. You don't hear it on stream. It fits your voice like OMG. Yeah. Like, yeah, if it does, then yeah, I guess I will consider that. I like having those kind of suggestions, you know. I'm like open like for those requests, but sometimes I do get like some. I'm like, okay, how do I do this? You know, playing Bang Bang Born, you know, like this one opening song from Marshall second season, and it's like really fast paced, and I'm like, okay, how do I do this? You know, give the others I wanted, you know. It's a really calm song. But to be honest, those calm songs I can like do really well. I can do that actually with my natural voice, and would be like pretty good. Sometimes I do like to do the voice acting and like change my voice, you know, when not like well mannered and everything. But like with singing, huh? You'll be on my chill playlist. Thank you. To be honest, I think like going chill is like one of the best ways in life. It doesn't help always, to be honest. But sometimes I feel like you can assert dominance with like being chill and still like on top of everyone. Like if you like let yourself be like blinded by emotions, you know, and like if you're not in control of your emotions, then you lose control, right? Like if you get like too angry, if you get like too like deep into sorrow, you know, like depression, you lose control of your emotions, and then yeah, you don't see clearly, something like that. But sometimes certain songs are like better if you know, if you can like bring out this emotion, you know. Like just like in life, I mean, like it's better if you're in control. That's pretty good. Be like Kokoronashi? This is like good if you can sing it for emotion. Just like some people lack like the life experience to like sing that proper. Angst song, yeah. I mean, if you can imitate a voice, can't like imitate emotions. This is like kind of like, yeah. So like Mafu, for example, you know, he can do that like really good. Like when a lot of people like think about Hated by Life itself, when they think like about Mafu's cover, you know. I love listening to Ados. She's good at bringing emotion on the song. Yeah, she does. Holy crap. Like Useva, for example. This was like pretty good. Or when it's just like comes like to Rockgirl covers, you know? I liked her, I liked what she like did there. What was this one called? Something? Can I Cyber, yeah. Can I Cyber? I like that one as well. It was like always like a kind of cute song for me, you know, like about love and everything, and like that both sides didn't understood each other, but she did bring emotion like one part. I was like, holy crap! Did like an extra there. Towa also really good. Yeah, Towa Summer. Yeah, it is her power that's like something. But when you look at her in real life, like how she interacts with people, it's like so funny, you know? It's just like this Gapmue. Why she's like so cool and badass like in singing, like when you see like her tweets, you know, or like interviews, whatever, there's like just this Gapmue, which is like, you know, it's so refreshing. I kind of like this kind of Gapmue also, like with Kanade or like with Bancho, Hajime, Recloss. Yeah, she's just a humble girl, it's so different when she performs. My little bro, my Ototo, he's like a big fan of Ado. He went like to some concerts of hers. I heard like, he told me like, and he's like keeping track of what she does. Like he's like a fan, otaku there. Can you imagine like he goes like, he has like his headband, he has like his mantle, you know, with like Ado's face printed on it, you know, when his glow sticks, and he goes like out there and be like, Ado, Ado, you know, something like that. And like cheering. I'm just like, yeah, acknowledge her existence and everything, but there's like a big fan in my family, so I'm kind of like contemplating about, hey, bring me along, and then you know, we can like split up our travel costs and everything. And maybe I'm gonna be a big Ado fan as well, you know. I do acknowledge her existence, I know like her songs, you know. But you know, after I like know a little bit more of the story and everything, you know, I could also like do the same thing. I guess it's runs in the plot, you know, that you have like fans. Of course, like with the parents, for example, they're like pretty boomer, so it's like not always that I understand it, but I think like generation-wise, you have like always like something like that. There are people who are getting caught up in this, and then yeah, you have like to support us. Oh, it reminds me when I was watching Hololive concert in my room. I was shouting Chan, I was so loud that my dad knocked on my door. Oh no. To be honest, I watched like Hololive's concert as well. I think this was like one of 2024? No, something like that, I think. A friend had like a ticket still there on SPWN. And then he was like, hey, do you want to watch it with me? And I was like, okay, let's watch that. This was like at the point where Uproar was like still at full number. And like still complete, you know, Gamma. And then I must like say the difference in quality between Holostars and Hololive, Holofest for example, it's like noticeable. It's still like not bad and everything. I still like it, you know. But I was like, oh gosh, the quality. I hope you didn't got into any trouble by like pressing your love out there. Sometimes I have like also like those kind of things in my head, you know, like the temptation. There's like the devil on my shoulder. And that I just should do the things for fun, you know, like shouting out things random. Sometimes, you know, when I'm like on my bike, you know, I have like done really good work, and it's like silent at night and there's nobody around me. I could just like shout out things. Like in this meme, you know, where there's like Takeshi in the tunnel, like riding a bike, chasing like a car, and then he's like, "Ooh," you know, like then he shouts like the S words. I do get into temptation like doing just that. And maybe this makes me faster like riding my bike. Emero Takeshi! Mai no karada dogeka da yo! Yorose! Ah, Shin no 6になるんだ! Even though I have this voice and everything, I do sometimes have like, you know, those tendencies to do just silly things. I think like every pro in the Holo Stars is like that as well. I like it when like the pros have like karaoke. Like when I watch like Mr. Rias, you know, when he was like kind of graduating, he had like karaoke with the boys, and there was like this Barbie girl kind of thing, you know, with like Yuka and like Vox, you know, and this was like kind of nice. Or like when the Holo Stars, when they have like an off-collab karaoke. I think this was unarchived, you know, but this was like the stories I heard like from there, like the after talks, what Battle like said there, was also like interesting. The Sassy Fox, yeah. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah. And just with a masculine voice, you know. It's just like so sus, you know. I don't know what song this was like with Axel. Oh. I think like this was Vampire, no? And it's like something the performance. He grabs like the head of like one guy in the audience, you know. He did like something like that in his 3D. But in the off-collab karaoke, you know, he grabbed like Battle set and someone filmed that, and then the last thing the camera captured was like Battle staring the camera, and then boop, you know. Like he died, or something like that. You died. The Dark Souls kind of scream. It was like in like, yeah. Battle has like some stories there. And like how wild it can be just be. Limao, they're just having fun. Yeah, this is like the one thing in karaoke. You don't really have any pressure. It's just like, you're not an idol, you're not a superstar necessarily. Like when you karaoke, it's just like, you have like a good day, you know, like let's say after work, just go there with colleagues or like friends, and then it's like party night, you know, and there's like no pressure or anything. You just have your fun and like do silly things, like have alcohol or whatever. I see like karaoke, for example, like in those rom-com romance manga, for example, when there's like a mix-up, for example, and this doesn't like seem any fun, but you know, like after seeing that with the boys, I'm like, okay, this is what karaoke is like. Like not kind of excuse to like for like some mixer double dating, whatever, you know, just like the vibes, the fun. This is what it should be. Those shoujo mangas, to be honest, they kind of that gave me like not an accurate representation of like karaoke, I must like say. But some of those shoujo mangas are like pretty. Just like I wanted to give like every kind of genre a chance, whether I like it or not. It can be of course really peaceful, you know. It can be like nice and respectful, you're just there for singing and that's like cool as well. And sometimes if it's like with audience, you know, like not in a private room but like open lounge, then open lounge, I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're like also like audiences when they're like also like applauding you, you know. It's like they're clapping with like every time when you're like done with your song. And sometimes they like say more, you know, you're like yeah, that was so good, you know. I watched one of the karaoke VOD. Very cool. How did you what did you thought of it? Sometimes I'm like pretty scuffed with like my karaoke view. Sometimes I do not do any warm up and then I'm like just like pretty bad. I'm like holding my tones, notes and everything. Some songs I haven't practiced, but like I think like the early VODs, the early karaokes, there was like more prep time thrown into it. But I have like my script every time like I start my karaoke recently, you know, that I say like, yeah, I'm not an idol, I'm not a superstar. It's just like one of those karaokes, you know, when you have like go with your friends, have fun, you know, like just want to relax and end the day on like a good note or something like that. And sometimes rattle down a script. I haven't like written anything down, but just like out of memory, you know, like how I like do that. But that's how karaoke should be, just have fun. I was like saying it should take 2 hours, but it's like more than 2 hours now. I watched the recent one. Oh, I see. I was like not doing a good job, I think. Like quality wise. I think like the later songs I did. I also wanted to try it out. Like, how is it to not do any? It's pretty hard. To be honest, warm-up is only there so that your voice is like not getting damaged, you know? Like something like that. Can keep up it for a long while. But to be honest, most of my karaoke streams are just under 1 hour, or like 1 hour. So it doesn't really matter that much. It was chill to listen. I was listening to it while working. Hey, cool. To be honest, I do rewatch my VODs. Just like to see what I can like improve. Nowadays I can't do it that often anymore, but I do it find the time. And also like doing work, of course. Like if you have a night shift or whatever, you going on a bus ride, bike ride in the car, like on the way home or whatever, like listening to it. I love having chill stream or karaoke as my BG while doing something. Yeah, me too. Of course, if something crazy is going on, then sometimes you have to pay attention to it. It's art stream. It's like more of a chatting stream for me than like actually drawing. Actually, I do draw, you know, not scamming you, but just like I can't keep like silent. So I'm like handicapped with them right now. Like I have something in my throat, but this is better than 2 days ago. I just had to cough be 4 minutes. That's okay. But yeah, if it comes like to karaoke, or like performance in general, I think like Astel is like Astel later. He's like my MVP there. But man, he was like something like in the early phase, 2020, 2021. It was like pretty great. And his karaoke are like unarchived back then. Was like he's such a good singer. Such a good singer. Just a Kusugaki. It felt like. I know he's good. I know he's like he has a quality, but there's just like something that doesn't make me acknowledge it. It's like the angry emoji. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I appreciate your skills. No, like in Australia? Sometimes they have like those kind of events there, where there's like the Holostars member, right? Like who do you want to like be friends with? Who do you want to pick a fight with, you know? Those kind of categories. And if it comes like to Astil, there's like a resounding yes towards picking a fight with him. I guess it's like really understandable. He like his uncle. I must like say he's pretty much my favorite from the Stars JP branch. Does put a lot of work in. He's working his ass. He has like the hopes that that like Holo Stars can be like something really, or that they can make it together to create something big out of it. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. There's like a lot of interesting rendering and shading on like character design, but obviously I cannot make it justice. I'm like kinda like amazed like how some artists like Kuki Sensei can do that. Even though if they do like some kind of chibi style, that is still like make something that's like doing it justice, like rendering quality wise. I just simplify it. Can also mean that mine is worse, but I don't have time as always. I can't do character design. Same, I also can't do it. At least like not the current Tosan. Past Tosan was like good at that. I have like some OCs. I think like, oh, I have like one OC. I was like thinking, oh, that's a good design. I have like more LCs, I think. It's just like the kind of eagerness from past Tosan, like back in the days. Where I was kinda like, I was like a wannabe mangaka, you know? And I want to do like certain things. Like certain stories, you know? I was like thinking, oh, I'll be the next big one. We created the characters, you know, and then creating the story, but man, I was so bad at it. I would like go around, you know, like my art club, art course, you know, would show it proudly around my amateurish kind of work, and then they'd be like, oh, that looks like really good, great work, you know, and I would like feel, yeah, like I'm good, but at some point it got like shattered, you know, like there were people that were honest, but like brutally honest, and then I'm like, everything got like crushed in front of me, and then I got like a depressive mode. But I was like pretty young back in the days. I was like, say. While the art style or like the skill was like pretty bad, you know, I must like say, like if I were to redraw them, I did redraw some of those, there's actually not a bad character design. They're recognizable, like if you make them black, you know, and you can just recognize them by their silhouette, you know, like Goku, you know, or like Yugi. They have like those crazy hairstyles, so you can just recognize them just by that kind of weird factor. But like character designs are like not easy. If they just look like another Kirito, if they just like look like another webtoon protagonist, like I must like say, like Songjinu, he doesn't have like a unique character design. I would say he constantly changes his looks, like in the progress of the story. Like he looks like a different person every single time. Like season 1 song, season 2 song, looks like so different. Or like Alan Walker from Decray, man, he looks like different every single time as well. Like if you can recognize the character, it's like good character design. Wow, you're almost done on base color? I guess so. This means like I'm finished soon. It's just like some of the line weight I'm like not satisfied with. Usually the factor for me before I like color or whatever is like if the line weight is good. If it can look good without the color, then I'd be like, okay, let's color now. To be honest, I enjoy like black and white drawings, like with no color. I appreciate those. Sometimes it has like more depth, like than if it's colored, like just like manga style, or sketchy black and white style. I do like those. If I were to draw a manga, I'd probably go the sketchy way, because I take so much time with like inking, you know. I did try inking, you know, for a time. But it takes a lot of technique to make it look good, to be honest. It's like really hard to do. Like old school, like with G pen, spoon pen, whatever. Oh, I was trying that style too, yeah. It's pretty difficult. And I do have a lot of respect, like, for this mangaka. Of course, nowadays you can just do it like digitally. Like, Sui Ishida, like Tokyo Ghoul artist, author, does it like this way. I remember like this one guy who did Rent a Girlfriend. He did like interview and everything, and there were people visiting his studio. You could like see there that it was like also like digitally. It was like kind of interesting. So yeah. But yeah, I like both, like regarding like sketchy hand-drawn, can be digital or like analog, I like both of those. To be honest, I still like think that if I draw like analog, you know, like in a sketchbook or whatever, this looks like the best, kind of. I can like search for every kind of pen that like looks similar to like, you know, like the pencil kind of quality, but it's like not the same vibe, to be honest. If I scan like my drawn work and like try to color, you know, like try to like edit something, like put in the program, I feel like I don't want to like I don't want to change anything. I think like it looks the best already. So yeah. I think like I have to get a better camera if I want like to actually like do photos of like my analog art. Like if I look at it in person, it looks like really good, but with like my cheap with my cheap camera of like my smartphone, it doesn't really, it's just like lower quality. It's like, looks worse than like if I look at it in real life. I'm kinda glad that my sketchbook survives. It's like, I did survive. No, sometimes I put it in my backpack and when I have like an idea or like want to draw something, I pull it out and like draw something on it. But sometimes I have like those kind of silly accidents when like where I don't like seal my water bottle properly and it would like leak, you know? And I get like lucky every single time that there's like no damage on any of the pages. Just like on the cover, you know? But nothing like in the inside, and I'm like lucky there. I'm like really I really am glad that nothing happened there because those drawings are like pretty good. Like some of those are posted on Instagram. I think like on Twitter too. But you can see it on Instagram with the gallery system. You can search it for a lot better. Like I draw with like like some ball pen, you know? But like those with like the pencil, I do like more. Like it's like almost like as you would like do sketches with that. I saw like some really cool art that's like drawn with the ball pen. Oh my, I would lose it if my sketchbook got drenched. Yeah. Me too, actually. Like, if there actually would be water damage on like any of the pages, I would be sad. I forgot something about Bijou. Does she have a halo? No, she doesn't. Okay, cool. Sometimes ask myself the question, do they have a halo? When I draw like Blue Archive characters, the rule for every archive fan artist is like, never forget to draw the halo. If it comes to any other character, it's like, did I forget anything, you know? Like if you draw like according to character design, then you should like make it justice, you know? Like do they have some tattoo, do they have like some kind of beauty mark, you know? I sort of forget those things. Yeah, I always keep that in mind. I sometimes see like really amazing artwork, you know? But I just like notice something is missing, you know? And go to the comments events like, hey, where's the halo? No, and then yeah, or like where are the horns? And you know, something like that. And it's like, yeah, sorry, I will repost it, you know? Just like so awkward comments, like awkward answers to like those comments as well. And most of the Japanese artists, for me, they are like kind of introverted, you know? And like the way they respond, it's just like, you know, they feel like, oh, oops, sorry, yeah, sumimasen, you know? It's like it's rare that's like, it's gonna be a rude answer, you know? It's rare. But I do see like more and more that like some of those Japanese artists, they don't appreciate like AI like nowadays. Like in the early days, there were like some people who kind of tolerated it then if it's like makes their work easier, but nowadays they don't really appreciate it. And this is like where they get emotional. But other than that, like, you know, like if someone pointing something out, hey, this is missing, they don't really get. It's like really rare for me to see that. Like, why did I call this topic? It's just like, I saw like some random post, you know? Where there was like a video, it was like a video format. Can I talk about this? It's kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty. It's not say so, yes. I'm not an idol, okay? I not say so. I think I can talk about it. So, there was a guy who browsed like on Twitter. And when he discovered like a fantastic artwork of like character from a video game from Hoyoverse. I think like Anbi Damara was her name. And he was like, hey, that's great artwork. Now let's jack off to that, you know? And then he went like to the page of like the artist, just like to see AI illustrations. This is like where he lost it, you know? Got like really emotional. Like in Japanese manner, like the like Takeshi, you know, like in Tunnel where he's like chasing on his bike like a car. And it's like kind of amazing how emotional they can get. Dama-sama! Dama-sama reta! Oh my! And something like that. There were like no subtitles or anything. A lot of people couldn't understand what he was like feeling and expressing. I don't know. Did I have the video? I couldn't like pull it open, you know, just like show it. Like the way I like my storytelling is like not exactly great if it comes like to emotional kind of storytelling. I wonder what that was. Yeah, it was somewhere here. It was somewhere here. You don't need a translation. I do like it when you don't, when you are no need for any translations to like understand something. Like as boys, it's like kind of universal language, like those kind of emotional outbursts. Okay, now let me see if I can pull it up in like here. Let's say it's not a NSFW. No, it's like kind of like safe to show it. NCI illustrations. Like a lot of artists are not a fan of that. But those people who like kind of like jack off to that, they're also like not a fan of that. Okay, let me see. How does that look like? Okay, something like this. Okay. Looks like kind of bad. I put it up here, but let's see. Desktop audio, I can like max that, I think.
しゃ、今日もいいイラスト見つけた。これで今日はイタストし、
Too loud.
ちょっと待ってよ。これ、あれ、もしかして、AI イラストレーションズ。僕を騙したな。おい、そこのお前、 画面の前にいるそこのお前。何左手でチッポイした携帯触ってんだよ。立ち上がれよ。もう4月1日になっちまったんだぞ。やるしかねえだろ。俺たちの時代なんだからさ。
Yeah, this was this one. Okay, cool that you know about that. But yeah, this was like the bit. This was the bit. I saw that one too, Lima. Yeah. It didn't let in my recommendations. I just like saw that somewhere randomly in like a Discord server. And yeah. I was like, okay, that's funny, let me share that. But also, yeah, it's the frustration I kind of also like feel. I can feel the stare on his voice, yeah. It's just like the video speaks for itself. It's like it's kind of hard to like explain it myself. But memes like are easier to explain, to be honest. I pretty much appreciated like how Vespa like explains like memes, you know? Or like how he describes that in like the comparison. Gonna add something more to it, just like a little bit of X. But I should be done. If it were for a line art, would be done within 2 hours. But I'm a fan of like getting things done quickly, you know, when I can move on with my day. I don't hate drawing. But sometimes yes, it's there, right? I think like a lot of people who like draw can understand that. Sometimes there are like points where you get frustrated on like, okay, there's a character design, okay, there's like art block, okay. Or like drawing hands is like for aspiring artists like pretty hard. Not really at a point where I'm like worried about drawing hands or anything. Just like or like drawing the character from the side, from or like almost from the side, you know, or like from behind, you know, drawing more of like the body. But for me, it's like getting the job done really quickly. Then I can like finish it within one day, something like that. Done within a few hours. Drawing hand is hard. Like a lot of aspiring artists have like this. For me, it's not really important to draw the hands accurately. It's just like it has to look convincing enough. It has to look convincing. I always wing it. Yeah. As long as you're satisfied with what you do, it's like good enough. As long as I like, you know, I'm like satisfied, I am like fine with it. For me, it's like pretty much important that I get the key message across on like what I want to express. And then yeah, it doesn't have to be accurate. Some people like say, okay, I want to draw something cute, you know, and then they do like that. Even if they have to break the rules, bend the rules, as long as they don't get to the goal, it's like good enough. I do like see some like Japanese artist videos, like videos there, like with subtitles and everything, and it like pretty much showcases like how the mindset is like from Japanese artists. Like, hey, can you fix this picture? I'm like thinking I did something wrong in there, and then he was reviewing, like the Japanese artist Naoki Saito reviewed it and was like, oh, it's so good, I can't like fix, I think I will leave it at that. There are like few minor changes I would do, but other than that it's like perfect. Of course, some artists have like more issues, you know, that are like aspiring artists rather than like someone who has like a clear vision on like how to draw that, you know. But still, it's like kind of the same approach that you have a goal, you reach that goal. Like it's like in a video game, you know, that if you have like a mission, you have like you're like point A, you need to reach like point Z or something like that. Like if I draw like the chibi style, I'm not really worried. If it's like ends up funny, looking silly, it's like good enough. Sometimes I want to make it badass, you know? Like cute and bad is like the best combination for me. And I'm gonna end up like this. But if it's just like silly and derpy, it's also like fantastic. Sometimes I go like for the badass kind of fight. But like illustration kind of form, like nothing like manga, you know, where it's like action across pages, you know, that it needs like a certain flow. I did like something like that, like in the past. At least like manuscripts, and I had like fun with that. But if I were like to draw that, I need like a good reason. Like nowadays I'm just like a consumer. I like watching that, not creating myself, and not necessarily create myself. I think like a lot of people can like do it better. At the same time, you don't really know how you like, at least like what I see like in some videos for like directing an action movie, something like that. Like there was like a few on like The Raid, like the film called The Raid. The director was like nothing who is familiar with like action movies or whatever, but he has like a good, he knows like how to handle camera and how to make it easy to look at the action, you know? It's like not too chaotic, it's like well ordered, well maintained. Like it's easy to understand, you know? Art is like similar, it's like you look at the picture, it's easy to understand what it wants to convey. You did a good job as an artist. But if there are too many layers, it's like way too big brain, you know, that you need like a big brain to understand it, then maybe you didn't do a well enough job. Like it's like a show don't tell, you know, like with manga, with doing animations, you know. I'm also kind of curious about that thing. Now, there was a good video analysis to the ring. It just came like randomly in my timeline because I was like watching a lot of like I was like watching Netflix recent series which was like called Adolescence, you know. It's a one-shot short film, not short film but like short series, like 4 episodes. And it was like all done in one shot. And I was like, it was like insane how the movie got like, not movie, but like how it got like filmed, like in one shot, you know? Like no cuts, not everything, like every episode in one shot. The first episode was like really amazing. It has like a lot of magic going on there. And then because of that, I got like recommended to like The Raid on like how it like filmed action. If I can find the link for that... Ah, yeah. Like this, let me pull it up on stream. Like you need to see the thumbnail. The reason why I clicked on it. The reason why you click on thumbnails is because they have like some interesting title or whatever, you know? No CGI, no budget, they made action history. And I was like, okay, let's watch that, you know? It was like pretty good, it was a good video. So I'm like thinking, okay, you don't need experience like action, you know, you don't need to be a martial artist. As long as you know how to handle the camera, it's like good. And after you kind of like watch that film, you won't see like action the same way anymore. So this is like on my watch list. Sometimes I do watch reviews before I like watch the action movie, you know? I just need like a reason that I need to watch it, you know? Like Super Eye Patch Boy, for example, like why you should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or like why you should watch / read Berserk. And it's like just a long essay, you know, but it convinces me, you know, like to do that thing. Sometimes I do need that. Straightforward title, yes. And because of that, I got like interested, you know. Can do low budget, but still be a good action movie. Okay, I need to watch that, you know. It hasn't like directly to do with art, but you know, like filming is also like an art form. Like, this was like vivid for me. I do like to watch movies, but I'm not like much of a nerd like Fujimoto, who did like Chainsaw Man. Or like Fire Punch. Fire Punch was like pretty weird. Like the setting was like so cool. The setting was so cool. Like the whole world is like engulfed in like winter, like in snow and everything. It's like constantly cold. And there's like the main character who's like engulfed in flames, you know, like Fireman. The manga is called Fire Punch, you know. And everyone has like abilities and everything. And this was like a cool contrast that there's an ice cold world, but their main character's like a man in fire, you know. But at some point it got like weird, you know, with like the one character who likes to like make movies and everything, and then yeah. It's like one of the weirdest kind of Fujimoto works. And someone's like more grounded, like it actually like stays to it, to the storyline. Setting was so cool to be. Yeah, I think this is like doesn't work for now. Pretty much done. But yeah, culture, you know? Culture. There's a lot of like gems in there. Looks amazing, super cute. Look at that smug face. Yeah. Of course she is. To be honest, I like see her like that way, to be like smug. Everything. But she's not much of a kusugaki, you know, or like misugaki. Where they're like kind of teasing everything and then they get like corrected, you know. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching and like listening to my my rambling. I wish you all a nice rest of the day, evening, good night, whatever time zone in the world you are. With that I say bye bye.